Good morning, boys. So today we will see the application of integral calculus in exercise number 3.1. So I told you already the integration is mainly used to measure the curved area. So area between the curve and the straight line. So based on the concept we have formulas. So area A is equal to integration A to B y dx, and we have another one formula that is minus y dx. So and the fourth and third formula A is equal to A to B x dy, and same way A to B minus x dy. So this is stands for when y limits are given. When y limits are given, you have to take these two formulas. So this is for when x limits are given. So when the x limits are given, you have to take y dx or minus y dx. When y limits are, if the y limits are given, then you have to take the formula that is x dy and minus x dy. So, sir, here you are using positive and there negative the same way for the first one. The first one I explained this with the help of the graph. This is x axis, y axis. So, when the area is above the x axis when x limits are given, that is very important. To find the area of any curve or any straight line above the x axis when x limits are given, that is very important. Above the x axis even you have y limits, but these two formula you can apply only when x limits are given. In that we have two categories. Above the x axis, first formula, that is positive side. Below the x axis, that is negative one, so you have to take minus y dx. So this is for above. This formula is for above the x axis, and this formula is for below the x axis. Suppose when the straight line, if you like to find out the area of these two, between these two specific limits, it is above the x axis, therefore you have to take y dx. In the same way, suppose when the straight line it comes, you have to find out the area between these two. This is below the x axis. When below the x axis or above the x axis, provided x limits are given. These two is only you can apply when ensure whether the limits are given in x, for x. When the limits are given for x, if it is above the x axis, take the first formula. If it is below the x axis, take the second formula. Be careful when you apply these two formulas. That's what I am writing here. These two formula only suitable for when x limits are given. When x limits are given, we have two types. One is positive y dx and another one is minus y dx. This you can use when the graph, any curve or any straight line, and which area that you have to like to find out is lies above the x axis, you take first formula. When area which will required for us, if it is below the x axis, then you have to take the second formula, minus y dx. Are you clear? So when you will use the first formula, when the area which you like to find out is falls on above the x axis, first formula. Area which we like to find out lies below the x axis, minus y dx. Clear? In the same way for when y limits are given, so this is y axis, this is x axis. When the y limits are given, you would like to find out in the right side. In the right side, either right side means this side, it may be here also, doesn't matter. Take first formula. If it comes in the left side, In this case, you have to take minus x dy. So for when y limits are given, you have to take to find the area which is falls on the right side of the y axis, take first formula. If it is left side of the y axis, take second formula. So when y limits given, we have two category. One is positive, right side. When the area comes on the right side of the y axis, first formula. If it is comes on the left side of the y axis, second formula. Whereas for x limit above the x axis, below the x axis, when y limit for the y limits right side of the y axis or left side of the y axis, that's all. So these four it be basic concept of finding the area of the given straight line or curve. So remember, for x limits, for y limits, we have two formula. How do you apply the two formula? For x limits above the x axis, y dx, below the x axis like this shape, it is minus y dx. Whereas for y limits, right side of y is positive, left side of the y is negative. Remember, see the limits is starting from the y axis. Here the limit is starting from which one? X axis. You never touch the y axis. So be careful of using these two formula. I will repeat, for when x limits are given, we have two formulas. This is for above the x axis, this one for below the x axis. For y limits, we have two formula. This is stands for right side of the y axis, and this formula is for left side of the y axis. So just keep it in your mind, and based on this concept, we will see this exercise number 3.1. This is very simple. Don't think that it will be very difficult one. Question number 1, using the integration, find the area of the region bounded by the line 2y plus x is equal to 8. The limits are given, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4. So we have two formula. When x limits are given, we have two formula. One for y dx. One is y dx, another one is minus y dx. Clear? So we have two formula. So I have to select out of these two which one is suitable for the given question, for which you have to draw diagram. You know how to draw the diagram for this type of straight line. This you studied in 10th standard, graph, under the concept of graph. Draw a graph for the function. You may have like this, x square minus 5x plus 6. So you are replacing this x by minus 4. You are replacing x equal to minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Depends upon the question. Then you are finding x square minus 5 plus 6. Then finally you have write 5 minus 4 comma that y answer, isn't it? In the same way, you have to replace x by whatever number and you have to plot it on the graph. That is not necessary to have to plot only on the graph sheet. Just for rough diagram, you should know whether the straight line, this is straight line because there is no variable has power 2. This is a linear function with two variable x and y, therefore it is straight line. So you have to draw a straight line. So I don't know whether this straight line is suitable for the first formula or second formula. First formula is above the x axis. When the straight line lies above the x axis, first formula. When the given straight line lies below the y axis, you have to take second formula. That is the rule just now I explained. So you have to find out. So for which just you have to replace x by 0. First you have to replace x by 0 and find what is y from this one. 2y, x is replaced by 0, 8, therefore y is equal to how much? 4. So I got a point 0, 4. Clear? So next one, replace y is equal to 0. When I am replacing y is equal to 0, I got x is equal to how much? 8. So 8 comma zeros. 2 points enough. Even if you want to find one more point, you can do it by replacing x by any number. Just I am going for by replacing x 0 and y 0. I got 2. So here I can draw a diagram. X axis, just for rough diagram, 0. So maximum y is 4, x is 8. So just I consider 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, isn't it? So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just for your understanding purpose I did. So no need to take exactly. So eyesight, just you take 8, then 4, because y is 4 only. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just you have to plot the point 0, 4 and this is 8, 0. So just you have to draw the straight line. So I draw one straight line. Then you are asked to find the area between x 2 and 4. What is given in the question? You are asked to find out the area between 2 and 4. X is equal to 2. Here x is 2 and x is equal to 4. So this area I have to find out. Now you see diagram. Area which you like to find out is lies on which axis? Above the x axis. Above the x axis. See, I did not do anything, just I am replacing x by 0 in the given straight line. I got what is y. Then I am replacing y is 0, I got what is x value. Just you have to plot it on the graph, that is in the rough diagram. Graph sheet is not necessary. This you have to do it only in the fair note, in the paper itself. Clear. Approximately you have to take the distance, equal distance like 1 to 8, depends upon this, the value of x and y. No need to take even 1, 2, 3, 4. You know when the numbers are more, you can take even 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or 5, 10, 15, 20. This you know very well. These cons, how do you plot the points on the graph? This you studied already in 10th standard. Clear. So I just connected, I got one straight line. But in the straight line it is even going for the left side of the x axis also, y axis. Clear. And below the x axis also, see if I am expand this one, it will come in the below x axis also. So you may have wondering, why don't you use both the formula? That's what I said very clearly. Which part of the straight line area you like to find out? Which part of the given straight line is you are willing to find out? You see only the particular part is lies above the x axis or below the x axis. Here the particular limit is given 2 to 4. So 2 to 4. So I like to find out the area between the limits 2 and 4, which is comes under where? Above the x axis. Therefore I have to take first formula. Clear. Suppose the same question, when the limits are given like x is equal to 9 and 10, surely this is for example 9, 10. So it will come between 9 and 10. Where will come? Here. This is below the x axis. In this case, you have to take which formula? Second formula. Are you clear? Not clear? So here you are asked to find out the area between 2 and 4. So when I correct this one, I got that area is above the x axis. So I am taking the first formula. The same question, when you are asked to find out the area between the limits 9 and 10, where will come 9 and 10? 9, this is 10. So it will come below the x axis. Below the x axis. In this case, you have to take which formula? Second formula. Are you clear now? So depends upon the limits, you have to find the suitable formula out of this 4. 2 for when the x limits given, another one 2 is for when y limits are given. So depends upon the given limits, you have to opt or select any one of these two formula. So I explained with the help of some example from 9 to 10, I got below the x, same straight line. When the limits are changed, you see the different formula you got, isn't it? Same straight line. When I am changing the limits, I got below the x axis. So in this case, you have to take minus y dx. That's why they mentioned always with the straight line or curve, then the limits. This is very important. If you change the limits, automatically the formula get also changed. The formula is totally depends on the limits of the given straight line or given curve. That we have to understand properly. Are you clear now? Any doubt? Okay. Then we will see that we will go to the now problem. So this is for your example I did. So area, what is suitable formula? This is above the x-axis. Therefore, first formula a to b y dx. So you have to find out what is y from the given question. So 2y plus x is equal to 8. So 2y is equal to 8 minus x, y is equal to 8 minus x by 2. So because I need y, so you find what is y from the given straight line. So I got y. Now you can substitute straight away, that is, what is the limit is given? 2 to 4. What is our y? Y is replaced by 8 minus x by 2 into dx. So normally you take 1 by 2 outside. Here out will be normal integrations. 8 minus x into dx. So integration of 8 is 8x, this is x square by 2, then 2 to 4. Apply the limits. Upper limit minus lower limit. So while you are doing this calculations part, what will come? 1 by 2, 8 fours are 32. So 4 square is 16, 16 by 2 is 8 minus 8 twos are 16, 8 twos are 16, 2 square is 4, 4 by 2, 2. So just you have to simplify. 32 minus 8 how much? 24 minus 16 minus 2, 14. So what will be the answer? 10 by 5 square units. That is the answer for the question number 1. Clear? No. So the problem is only this part, diagram and find a suitable formula. After that, normal integration that we studied already in the previous exercise, that is previous chapter, chapter number 2. You can apply from here onwards chapter number 2 concept. You have to remember all those formulas to simplify this curve. Are you clear now? So now we will go to the sum number 2. So diagram, if you draw the diagram roughly, then it is very easy for you to understand whether you have to use the formula y dx minus y dx for x limits, or x dy or x d minus x dy for when y limits are given. So now the question number 2. You see straight line y minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. Limits are given. Y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 3 on the y axis, doesn't matter. Between limits are given y. Therefore, you have to take the formula a to b either x dy or a to b minus x dy. So any one of these two formula you can take, depends upon the diagram, for which, so anyhow you have to take only x dy. First you have to find out whether it is lies on. So for this problem, when y limits are given, we have two conditions. One is right side of y axis, another one is left side of y axis, like what we did in the question number 1. So now same way, first you have to replace x is equal to 0 in the question. So y minus 0, because when you replace x by 0, 2 into 0, 0, minus 4 equal to 0. So y is equal to 4, so we shall get 0 comma 4. Then next you have to replace y is equal to 0. When you replace y equal to 0, 0 minus 2x minus 4 equal to 0. So minus 2x is equal to 4 and x is equal to, what is that? Minus 2. So minus 2 comma 0. So now you have to plot these 2 points on the graph sheet. Very simple. You see maximum x is 4, y is 4. positive side 1, 2, 3, 4. Then minus, there is no positive in x-axis, therefore you take negative side, depends upon the values, minus 2. Now I have to connect. So once I draw the diagram, I have to see the limit y is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So 1 and 3. So I have to find out which area? This area. Now you tell me whether it is falls on left side of right side of the y-axis or left side of the y-axis? Left side. So therefore you have to take which formula? Minus f. So a is equal to, what is the limit is given? 1, 2, 3 minus x dy. So 1, 2, 3 x you have to find out. I have to find out what is x from the questions. So y minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0, minus 2x is equal to 4 minus y. So x is equal to, change the sign because minus is there, you have to change the sign. So y minus 4, I skipped one step. You have to change the sign of all the terms, both left side as well as right side. Then you like to find only x because formula need only x. Clear? Or you can keep negatives as it is. So do anything, either you have to find x, but I need minus x. So minus x, again you will get minus 4y by 2. Clear? So I need here minus x. You can keep the minus x as it is and bring the 2, you will get same. Clear? But sometimes you may have some confusion, that is what I find first x, but I have minus x, so I am multiplying this entire term by what? Minus, I got answer. You can straight away write down that minus, keep the minus x as it is, you take only the constant 2 to the right side, it becomes divisor, you can straight away write. Clear? For your understanding purpose, first I change the sign, then I have to use the minus x. So to avoid the confusion, I did these two steps. So if you know straight away minus x is equal to 4y, 4 minus y by 2, you can write. Otherwise, first you have to change the sign of x, find x, then according to the formula, you have to multiply the x by minus, both the left side as well as the right side, you will get this answer. So minus 4y by 2 into dy. As usual integration, you take 1 by 2 outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4 minus y into dy. Clear? So after that, see the diagram, minus, that is 1 by 2. Integration of 4 is 4y minus y square by 2. Limit is 1 to 3. So now you have to replace the limit, upper limit minus lower limit, 4 minus 1 by 2. I wrote straight away, 4 into 1, 4, 1 square is 1, 1 by 2. Are you clear now? So 1 by 2, simplify, 4 3s are 12, minus 9 by 2 minus 4 minus 1 by 2, straight away simplify by taking denominators 1, cross multiply, 2 4s are 8, 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 by 2, close the bracket. Similarly, you have to simplify 24 minus 9, 24 minus 9 by 2 minus 7 by 2. So 1 by 2. 1 by 2. What is our simplification? 9. So both the denominators are same. So straight away you can subtract. Will come here. Straight away you can subtract 1 by 2. 24 minus 9 minus 7 by 2. Simplify, clear, 12 2s are 24 by 1, 1 9 is 9. This already we got 8 minus 1, 7 by 2, that is minus 7 by 2. Denominators are same. Therefore, you have to just add or subtract in the numerators when the denominators are same. Simplify, what will be the answer? 24 minus, this is minus 16. So, 24 minus 16 by 2, then 1 by 2. When you subtract, what will be the answer? 8. So, you will get 4 square units. So, it is given 2 square units. So, check, we made somewhere mistakes. So, we will get 2 square units instead of 4 square units. 24 minus 16 is 8, 8 by 2, because I left this 2. So, by 2 it will give you 2 square roots. So, be careful, 2 will go how many times? 4. 4 by 2 is nothing but 2 square units. So, all the answer it carries square units because we are finding area. So, area, general units for area is square units. So, be careful, it is very simple diagram. After that you find what is required for the equation. I like to find out what is x. So, from the straight line I find what is x, substitute, then normal integrations, final answer carry always square units. So, it will be very easy. Only thing, this part alone be careful along with the diagram, others are rest of the part of this answer is just like chapter number 2. So, there is no problem of solving this. You have to remember the concept which are studied in the chapter number 2. So, now the question number 3, calculate the area bounded by the parabola y square is equal to 4ax and its latus rectum. So, question number 3, y square is equal to 4ax. So, you studied already in the lower classes, that is 0 to a, this is focus, latus rectum should be passed over this one. So, what is the limit? 0 to a, latus rectum. So, you have to find out, either you can use the below the x-axis formula or above the x-axis formula, because parabola is symmetric on both sides. So, if you find the area of the above the x-axis, if you multiply this area by 2, then automatically get full area, or if you can multiply this area by 2, you will get again the full area. So, there is no confusion of using either y dx or minus y dx. You can use any one of those two formula, either y dx or minus y dx, that is your wish. Clear? So, better you take only y dx. If you take minus y dx, it will bring some confusion, because we have already above the x axis. For us, above the x axis is very simple, instead of below the x axis. Now, latus rectum, the limits are not given, but actually the limit is starting from where? 0 to a. So, x is equal to 0 to a. So, what is the relevant formula? A is equal to a 0 to a y dx. Actually, you have to write a to b, but I wrote straight away. But I want to find what is y. So, here it is given y square. Y square is equal to 4ax. So, y is equal to square root of 4ax, which will give you square root of 4 is 2, and a power 1 by 2, x power 1 by 2. You know already the value for square root numerically 1 by 2. So, I cannot take, this is not a and x is not perfect number, perfect variables. So, you have to take as it is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, but where the number 4 is perfect square number. So, the square root of the perfect square number you can easily get, that is 2, square root of 4 is 2. So, you cannot take square. If there is a square, then you can write only a. There is no power for a and x, therefore, you have to write as 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Area 0 to a in the place of y, 2, a power 1 by 2, x power 1 by 2 into dx. Even you can take minus y dx formula also, you will get same answer. Clear? So, these two are constant. Take outside 0 to a, x power 1 by 2 into dx. So normally you think why don't you use a power 1 by 2 root a and root x, sir? Because I have to integrate. So if I am using the same symbol in integrand, then I got some confusion. To avoid the confusions, I straight away replace the square root by numerical value 1 by 2. That is the reason I wrote, instead of writing root x over here, I am writing x power 1 by 2. Even if you write root x, then finally you have to replace that square root by what? 1 by 2. Clear? So I can straight away introduce instead of the square root by 1 by 2. That's all, no other concept. Now integration of x power 3 by 2, you know you have to add the power 1 and you have to write the result as it is as a denominator of the integrand 0 to a. So what will be the answer now? 2a power 1 by 2 into, you have to take reciprocal of the denominator, then upper limit. When you replace the lower limit, 0 only will come. So 2a power 1 by 2 into 2 by 3, a power 3 by 2. So here the base are same. So it is 2 2s are 4, 4 by 3, a power 1 by 2. When the base are same, you have to add the powers that you studied in the lower classes in 8th standard. When the base denominators are same, you can easily add the power, cancel, you get 4 by 3 a square. This is only for which part? Only the above axis. But you have to find out the area even the below the x axis, for which no need to apply minus y dx formula. Reason is very simple. Parabola is symmetric on both sides. Parabola, ellipse are symmetric. Symmetric means what? It will be exactly divided into equal parts. I know the answer for this area, that is 4 by 3 a square. Same should be there below the x axis also. Therefore, I can multiply the final answer by 2 to get entire area covered by the lattice rectum. So 8 by 3 the a square units. So what is mean by lattice rectum? A straight line which passes through the focus of the parabola. That is the lattice rectum. This is studied already in 11th standard. Yeah. What is mean by lattice rectum? A straight line which is passed through the focus of the parabola is called a lattice rectum. This area covered by the curve, the area between the lattice rectum and the curve, that is the meaning. I got this answer. Why am I multiplying this by 2? Because I have one is above the x axis, another one is below the x axis. For the above axis, I am going to use y dx. If you use the below the axis, you have to take minus y dx. You will get same answer. Then you have to add 4 by 3 a square plus 4 by 3 the whole square. 4 by 3 the a square will get 8 by 3. Instead of doing that process, we already have one property in parabola, that is parabola is symmetric. If it is symmetric, you will get, if the half of the parabola area, for example, if we take 10, then area of the full parabola is 20, because symmetric. Symmetric means exactly the diagram should be divided into two equal parts. If you know one area of the one part, then you can easily say that the area of the another part also same will come. So based on the concept, I am multiplying the final answer by 2. Clear? So now I did both based on the x limits and y limits. So question number 4, that will be very easy, that you can do it very easily at home. Then the question number 4, 5, it will be simple, that you have to do it at home. So 4 and 5 straight away you can do it, because given is limits are given x 2 and 3. So you draw the diagram by replacing x equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Based on the diagram, you have to cite the formula. So 4 and 5 are homework, you try. So sum number 6, find the area of the region lying in the first quadrant, bounded by the region. So first quadrant means, what is the meaning for first quadrant? This is the first quadrant. Therefore, you have to find the area only in the first quadrant. Even the straight line falls in fourth quadrant, second quadrant, or even the third quadrant. We don't want those area. It is specifically mentioned, it is lies on the first quadrant. So what the question is given? Y is equal to, so it is given y is equal to 4x square. 4x square, the limits are given x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 4. So here we got both x limits as well as y limits, but we have two limits for which axis? Y axis. Therefore, we have to take y, when y limits are given, we have two formula. One is x dy, another one is minus x dy. So be careful. So any one of these two you can take, depends upon the diagram. So now you, as usual, you have to replace x by 0. When you replace x by 0, what will be the answer? Y is also 0. So 0 comma 0. So when you replace, even if you replace y equal to 0, x both will come. So now you have to replace some number. So when I am replacing x equal to 1, what will be the answer for y? 4. So when I am replacing, so it will come 1 comma 4. So replace x is equal to minus 2. So y is equal to how much? When I am replacing x is equal to minus 2 the whole square, that is 16. So what will be the answer? Minus 2 comma 16. So now you have to plot 0 comma 0. So 0 comma 0, 1 comma 4, here we will have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 comma 4, where will come? Just for your understanding purpose I did. So 1 comma 4, then minus 2 comma 16. So minus 2 will come, 16 will come somewhere. Minus 2 comma 16. So when you replace equal to minus 2, the whole square 16. So minus 2 comma 16. So just you have to connect these two. So y is equal to, x is equal to minus 2. When I am replacing x equal to 1, so 1 comma 4. If it is minus 2, it will come minus 2 comma 16 somewhere. So 0 0. So now you have to find out the area between 0 to 4. Where will come? Here 4. The first quadrant you have to find out. You have to find out area only in the first quadrant. Don't go for anywhere. That's what is given mentioned. Now you have to find out this area. This is the right side of the y axis. So you have to take which formula? X dy. So area is equal to integration. Limits are given 0 to 4. So limits are given as 0 to 4. Then y x dy. So first you have to find out what is x from the question. So x square is equal to 4 by y. Sorry, y by 4. X is equal to, you will take square root y power 1 by 2 by 2. Just to replace here, a is equal to 0 to 4. This x is y power 1 by 2 into dy. So you take 1 by 2 outside, integration 0 to 4 y power 1 by 2 into dy. So now you have to integrate as usual. See the limits, you are integrating with respect to the variable y and you are using the limits also in terms of y. When the limits, if you replace the limits in terms of x, then you cannot apply these x limits for y variable. So this is related to y variable. So integrate with respect to y variable, there you have to replace only the y limits. Clear? After that you can proceed, you will get answer. Clear? So only the last one, find the area between that curve on the straight line. I will do only the graph, just you have to try. The last one, find the area bounded by the curve. So here it is given 2, that is y square is y is equal to x square, and the line y is equal to 4. So you have to find. So this is very simple, y is equal to x square. So how it will come? Parabola. Clear? Y is equal to 4. You have to find out this area. It's area between the straight line and the curve. So easily you can find out y is equal to 4 and it will only one limit is given. Therefore, you have to take, what is another one limit? 0. So you have to take 0 to 4. But you are asked to find out the area between the straight line, that is x square and straight line. So we have a different concept. First you have to apply, this is the above that right side as well as left side. But I told you already the parabola is always symmetric. So it's enough to find out the right side of the y axis. So if you use the right side of the y axis, what is the formula? That is x dy. So this is the formula a to b. Use this formula and integrate. You will multiply finally by which table? 2 table, because it is symmetric, like what you did in the previous one. We are multiplied, no? So the same concept you can apply it for this case also. You will get answers. So we will see then the next class the remaining part of the question number 7. Thank you, boys.